What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Billboard John 25. Every time I'm gonna do my WWE Raw review and highlights. So you guys know, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. Monday Night Raw itself was just a boring show. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, but Monday Night Raw was a boring show. Alright, it's the final Monday Night Raw before this year's SummerSlam pay-per-view, and tonight's episode will feature the return of the WWE Hall of Famer. Shawn Michaels will arrive at Monday Night Raw to confront Randy Orton for what the Viper did to Ric Flair last week. Flair is one of Michael's close friends in the business, so you know the Heartbreak Kid has a lot to say to Orton. Will Michaels be able to knock Orton down a notch, or will Mr. WrestleMania has the same fate as Orton or other legends? Drew is set to defend his WWE champion against Orton on Sunday, so how will Drew react to seeing Orton tonight? Rey Mysterio is rumored to return to Monday Night Raw tonight. This will be the first time the WWE Universe has seen Mysterio since Seth Rollins routed out his eye at Extreme Rules. If Mysterio returns, he will have made a full recovery, but he will also have to worry about what Rollins plans to do to his son Dominic Mysterio on Sunday. Will Rey give Dominic to advice he needs to overcome the Monday Night Messiah, or will Mysterio go back on the shelf? Alright, Raw on the Ground continues into its third week tonight after Shayna Baszler made a surprise appearance. Who will be the next to step into the Underground? Asuka won the Battle Royal on Friday to determine Bayley's opponent at SummerSlam, giving her 2 matches on Sunday for 2 titles. Now that Bayley and Sasha Banks know they will be facing the same opponent, how will the Golden Role Models take to Asuka tonight? Alright, here's everything what happened on August 17th episode of Monday Night Raw. Get your unlimited Newsweek trial. Monday Night Raw results. Before the show begins, the Now and Then Forever opening was chopped and edited at the hands of Retribution. After a recap of Randy Orton and Ric Flair segment from last week, Drew McIntyre gets on the mic and says what Randy Orton did was unforgivable. He calls Orton evil, and that's on Sunday. He's just not facing Drew McIntyre. He's facing a Fireball Dragon. All of a sudden, the production of Monday Night Raw goes haywire. Cameras goes to the production truck and shows Retribution causing havoc before it goes to commercial. Backstage, Drew is hanging out with the rest of the Face locker room, including Titus O'Neil, Viking Raiders, Ricochet, Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, Akira Tozawa, Riddick Moss, and Alberto Carrillo. Titus asks about Ric Flair, and Drew says he's alright. McIntyre says that's on Sunday. Randy Orton won't be okay, and that needs to do something about Retribution. Seth Rollins and Murphy come in and laugh at McIntyre. Seth says that they take care of Retribution, and that he tries to remind McIntyre that he's thought him to be a champion. And if he's not careful, he will be an ex-champion. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander says that Mysterio is coming tonight. Rollins says that's impossible, causing McIntyre to tell Seth that he's scared. McIntyre says that if Rollins wants a match, he's only to ask. Murphy tries to get in between them, but Drew pushes him, and Rollins and Murphy walk away. MVP cut a promo. MVP comes out with the rest of the Hurt Business. He calls out Retribution. He says that they are open to doing business. MVP says that they're only ones who have to benefit of Retribution. Apollo Crews and his friends, he accused Crews of creating Retribution. Apollo Crews comes out and says that MVP is making more excuses. MVP says that Apollo fears losing that United States Champion because he's going back to catering if he did. Apollo agrees and says that if he was like MVP, he will be joining the Hurt Business. Apollo says that if he beats Shelton Benjamin tonight, Lashley and Benjamin will be banned from ringside at SummerSlam and prove that MVP can't beat him without help. Apollo Crews versus Shelton Benjamin. This match was decent for what it was. During the match, R-Truth and Akira Tozawa and the Ninjas are running across the ring, distracting Benjamin enough to be rolled up. Crews wins by pinfall after the roll-up. After the match, Lashley and MVP beat down Crews. Ricochet, Ali, and Cedric Alexander come in for the save. It takes Ricochet and Ali and Cedric Alexander to take out Lashley. When the face leaves, Truth runs back to ringside and Benjamin hits him with a boot. He pins Truth to become the new 24/7 champion. That championship belt needs to go. The 24/7 championship needs to go. MVP challenged Crews to a 6-man elimination tag match for later tonight. Backstage, Demi Burnett from The Bachelor is talking with Angel Garza. Ira comes in and says that he enjoyed talking with her. Ira gives a turkey leg and says that Garza didn't poison this. Garza takes offense and says that they didn't poison Montez Ford and that the Street Profits are just trying to get out of the match on Sunday. He challenged Ivar to a match tonight and he accepts. Ivar versus Angel Garza. This match was pretty good for what it was, but I'm gonna say it was just there. So the match was pretty good. Demi Burnett is watching backstage when Angelo Dawkins approaches her and starts talking with her. Angel Garza wins by pinfall after a dropkick. After the match, Dawkins and Burnett are on the Tigertron. Dawkins says they should talk to Charlie Caruso. Garza tells Dawkins to relax, and he says that he has a video to show. Garza runs to the back. Samoa Joe says that there is a video that's going to be shown. Zelina Vega asks what Joe is talking about. Joe says with that what's been going on with Retribution, WWE has looked over a lot of video and is interested in what people do when they think no one is watching. Backstage, Garza comes up to Dawkins and Burnett. Vega and Andrade comes in and try to get the video from Dawkins. Charlie Caruso shows up and asks about the video and Dawkins plays it. The video shows Zelina Vega putting something in a cup before walking away. Charlie asks Vega if she's the one who poisoned Montez Ford. Dawkins says that's for his family and taking everything in him not to go off on them. Ford shows up and the two starts fighting. Garza and Andrade before they run off. Now I like how Montez Ford was brawling. The Street Profits was brawling, but Montez Ford got serious. But I did not like Montez Ford was dancing outside the ring. I did not like that. But anyway, Mickie James versus Natalya. This match was garbage. Why did Mickie James did not have an entrance to him? Why? Why did Mickie James did not have an entrance? But they show on Twitter that Mickie James deserves better. This match I didn't really care about. During the match, Seth Rollins and Murphy shows up, approaches Samoa Joe. Rollins asks how Joe knows Rey Mysterio is going to be there tonight. Joe is being coy and says that he has his secure and laughs at Rollins. Natalya wins by countout. Why would you make Mickie James lose by a countout? It don't make any sense. That pisses me off, TM. Why did Mickie James lose to a countout by Natalya? It didn't make any sense. After the bell, Lana is taking photos of James, and Mickie hits her with a roundhouse kick. Rollins gets on the mic and says that if Rey and Dominic Mysterio show up tonight, it will be the last mistake they make, and neither will make it to SummerSlam. Sasha Banks and Bayley cut a promo. Before the match, Sasha and Bayley get on the mic. Banks says that they've been on 3 brands and they need to break, and now they expected to face Asuka and Bayley. Bayley says they that they are looking forward to Sunday because there is no chance Asuka can beat both of them in one night. They argue over who should beat Asuka first at SummerSlam. Bayley says she will go first, so Sasha Banks can have an easy time in her match. They started thinking about their tag team championship match at Payback and making fun of Kairi Sane not being in WWE anymore. Shayna Baszler comes out and says that she doesn't care who wins between Sasha and Asuka because she has next. Asuka comes out and starts ranting in Japanese before saying that tonight she faces both Sasha and Bayley. I say Shayna, my bad. Sasha and Bayley. She turns to Shayna and says that she will fight with her before and she fights against her. Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Asuka and Shayna Baszler. This match was decent for what it was. During the match, Nia Jax breaks through the plexiglass and hits Shayna Baszler. The two brawl and officials breaks them up. This takes Baszler out of the match. Shayna Baszler does return to the match after a few minutes to break up a submission. Baszler submits Bayley after reversing the Rose plant into the Kafuta clutch. Asuka puts Sasha Banks in the Asuka lock on the other side and forces her to, unfortunately, the tap as well. My opinion, I would rather see Jessamynduke and Marina Shafir as the women's tag team champions. That's just my opinion. Backstage, Apollo Crews walks up to Ricochet and Ali. Ricochet, Alexander Ali. Crews picks Ricochet and Ali for their tag match tonight. Alexander asks why he was picked. Crews says it's not personal. He just thought Cedric could use a break after Lashley put him in the full Lashley. Alexander nods, disappointed, and they walk out of frame. Randy Orton walks into the frame before Raw goes to commercial. When Raw comes back from commercial, Shawn is walk up to Drew McIntyre and tries to calm him down. McIntyre says he feel like he let Michaels down because Orton has been running wild on his watch. Shawn says Drew shouldn't feel that way and that he is the one who beat Brock Lesnar, and then asks for a favor to give him space when he goes out to confront Orton. The Iconics approach Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott and run them down before their match. The camera pans to show Shayna Baszler talking to Marina Shafir and Jessamynduke. Peyton Royce versus Ruby Riott with Liv Morgan. This match was garbage. Peyton Royce wins by pinfall. And that's that. The finish was set up when there was an incidental contract between Ruby Riott and Morgan. Raw Underground. Eric wins his match, and Shane McMahon asked Dolph about Eric's performance. Ziggler gives it a 4 out of 10, which Eric draws attention. He challenged Ziggler to and go at it. Ziggler wins after poking Eric eye and choking him out. After the match was over, Ivar runs in and shoulder tackles Ziggler into the crowd. Mysterio cuts a promo. Mysterio says that watching Dominic being hurt last week was the worst feeling. He says that he was never full recovered for his eye injury, but there is no doctor that will stop him from protecting his son. Dominic says that he will do anything to protect his family. Mysterio says that he is so proud and he knows that Dominic will be ready for SummerSlam. And if Seth Rollins comes near him tonight, it will be one not making it to Sunday. Seth Rollins and Murphy showed up on the Titantron. Rollins calls Rey Mysterio an idiot for showing up, and no one could have been gotten hurt if Rey just accepted to being a sacrifice. He says that he says it's the Mysterio name and the legacy that will be the ultimate sacrifice for the greater good. Rey Mysterio Ray calls out Seth Rollins to the ring and back up his words. Rollins laughs it off and reminds them that they asked for this and not to move an inch. Rollins and Murphy come out to Mysterio's roll out of the ring. They draw Murphy and take him out with the candlestick. They then surrounded Rollins in the ring and started whacking him with the candlestick. They tie him up on the ropes like Dominic was, but Murphy comes in for the save and Rollins gets away. Now, TM, let me ask you a question. What would you do if Dominic? What would you do if Dominic was getting beat up on national television? A, would you A, keep on talking, or B, throw them hands? My opinion is the answer is B. I'm throwing them hands. But anyway, I know TM's gonna agree with me in the comment section. Backstage, Cedric is sitting along with MVP. MVP sits next to him. MVP says that his friends were never the reason was sitting backstage, not in the ring. Cedric Alexander says that MVP is always trying to stir the pot. MVP says that Apollo could be looking out for Cedric's best interest, or it could be something else. He also says that it's hard to be with a tag team partner with calls himself the one and only. He says that the offer he handed out weeks ago still stands. Cedric throws his water bottle after MVP leaves. Raw Underground. Riddick Moss takes on Arthur Ross. There is no winner as the two ended up fighting on the outside and taking on some of the fighters watching on the side before Shane stops it. MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Apollo Crews, Mustafa Ali, and Ricochet. Lashley eliminates Ali after a dominator. Benjamin eliminates Ricochet after a pay dirt. Crews eliminates Benjamin after a toss powerbomb. Cedric Alexander shows up and rolls Benjamin to become the new 24/7 champion. Didn't really care about that. Crews eliminates MVP after a toss powerbomb. Lashley wins after a spear. Cedric Alexander versus Akira Tozawa. This match was garbage. Cedric Alexander wins by pinfall after a lumbar check. After the match, Benjamin hits Alexander with a pay dirt and pins him for the win, the title. Raw Underground. Maria Shafir wins her match. She attacks by Nia Jax from behind and she kicks Duke. Shannon gets in the ring and challenges Nia. When the bell rings, Nia rolls out the ring and Shane tries to bring her back to no avail. I thought Nia Jax was suspended. So I agree. So Sammy Toss, if you're watching this video, I agree with you 100%. I thought that Nia Jax was suspended. But anyway, Andrade with Angel Garza and Selena Vega versus Montez Ford with Angelo Dawkins. Decent match. 4 pins Andrade with a roll up. The finish was set up when Bianca Belair showed up at ringside to took out Selena Vega, which sets up to distraction on Andrade. Bianca Belair was supposed to have been out there in the first place from the beginning. Now I agree. Now Tim, this is so true. Bianca Belair should have been out there with the Street Profits from the beginning. All right, Shawn Michaels promo after showing a recap of Ric Flair and Randy Orton segment from last week. Michaels says that either Orton would be on the receiving ending of the Sweet Chain Music or Claymore. Michaels is leaving the ring, but Orton comes out and hits him with the RKO and a punt before Drew McIntyre comes in to fend him off. McIntyre tends to Michael when Orton comes back and tries to hit the RKO and Drew, but the champion stops it and takes Orton out. Drew goes back into the ring and to tend to Shawn Michaels when Orton comes back and finally hits an RKO and the show goes off the air. The show itself was Monday Night Raw was a boring show, but anyway, If you guys enjoyed my WWE Monday Night Raw review and highlights, drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel. My Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok will be down below in the description. There were only two good parts. There were only two good parts on Monday Night Raw. Jessamynduke and Marina Shafir, and Shawn Michaels, Drew McIntyre, and Randy Orton cut a promo. That's all I gotta say from there. But this your boy Big Boy John 25. I will see you guys in the next video. Talk to you guys later, and I'm out of here.